welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well today. So I'm so happy to be back with another Coach video today. In fact, it's actually my last requested video. I haven't received any more recently. So if you guys do have requests and questions and comments, now would be the time to let me know. I do see a couple of recurring questions, so I'm thinking maybe next week or the week after, I'll do like a Q&A kind of video. So there's not going to be one theme. I'll just round up all the questions and comments that I have and discuss, some of my thoughts and answer some of the questions. So now is definitely the time to shout me out down below if you have a question or a comment. You can obviously write it below, or you can DM me on Instagram. So without further ado, let's get started on today's video. So, like I said, it was a requested video. I've been asked to do a review on this little guy right here. This is the Riley Top Handle 18. It also comes in size 22, which looks virtually the same. It's just a little larger. I'm so glad you asked me to do this review because I absolutely adore this bag. This was my hardest bag to procure. I tried purchasing it maybe over 5 times, and it kept on selling out. It was a runway piece and my store just never received it, so it was really, really hard for me to get my hands on. So I'm super excited to be doing the review on it today. The first thing I can just say is look at this color. I'm absolutely in love with this color. It's kind of like a teal color. I don't know if that reflects well on the camera, but it's just so gorgeous. And I'm just so excited that I snatched one up. Alright, so let's get started. Visually, I've just gone over the color, adore it. It's also a 1941 piece, as you can tell just by looking at it. You have the hang tag and you have the genuine glove tan leather. So this is a glove tan leather. It is the best leather that Coach has. Really, really durable and soft. So visually, I'm very happy with it. As you guys can see as well, it is a muted gold. To be honest, if I'm, just thinking about it, I think it would look good with a muted silver as well. Like keep all the colors on the cool side, because teal is a cool color, right? Instead of warm. And gold is more on the warm side, so I'm trying to think maybe it would have looked better in silver, like a muted silver. If you guys have thoughts, let me know below too. I mean, I'm not a designer, so there's nothing I can do about it, but I think it would have looked equally gorgeous in a silver muted color. Speaking of the color of the hardware, let's talk about this buckle. Okay, look at that. So this is actually quite different than all the other buckles we had. It's relatively new. And when I mean new, I mean like circa last year, okay? And the reason I'm saying this is because every 3-4 months, so every season, Coach would send these sales associates kind of like a newsletter pamphlet about all the new designs they were doing, all the new color patterns, the new prices, etc., etc. And we were kind of quizzed on it, so it was almost like our own homework. We had to know the new designs that were coming out. So I remember reading about this buckle, saying how they wanted to redo the look. The horse and carriage isn't new, but it's that circle around it. So they took the old logo and just spiced it up a little bit, which I think is really great. I really like it because it feels kind of vintage to me. So I remember reading it in the newsletter. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99.99% sure that this particular logo did come out around last year. Buckle aside, let's talk about this shape. I really like that it's square. I have a lot of little square kind of rectangular bags, but what makes this one really special is that it's got an accordion shape. Do you see that? It's kind of like squishy. And why that's so important is because although it looks tiny, you can actually fit a lot in here because it stretches and it has a lot of give. Now, I don't recommend you to, fill your bag to the brink because I think it's important to keep the size and the shape of the bag the way that it's meant to be. But also, it will definitely accommodate, even though it looks like it's such a tiny bag. Let's go inside. So we have a nice leather panel right here, which it's not rare, but a lot of bags these days, they do use microfiber and suede. So I love that this is leather. This is a nice oxalate color, which is just another word for burgundy. Oh, look, it matches my sweater. And then we have this strap here, which I'll get into in just a second. And then if you look at the inside, the rest is fabric. So this is a fabric lining, all this, yeah. So as you guys can see, there's 4 pockets here. You have the inner pocket, and it actually comes with a slot for your cards. You have a pocket with a zipper, so this is probably for, like, if it was me, I would honestly put my cards here because I like knowing that there's the zipper there. And then you have the biggest pocket in the middle-ish. And then finally another slimmer pocket in the front where you can put all your receipts, your checks, something that you need to keep flat. All right, let's talk about the strap. So I've talked about how to properly store and clean your bags in another video, which I'll link somewhere here. But I did want to mention it's so important to roll your straps, okay? And put them in your bag neatly. Because rolling it like this decreases the chances of you creasing your strap and thereby decreases the chance of your straps cracking. So what makes this strap so unique in my opinion is that there's two colors chains right here. This one's like a black copper and this one's gold and it's muted as well. I personally like this muted gold a lot better than the shiny one because I find the shiny one a little loud for my taste. So I absolutely love this combination. It's really rare that they combine like black and gold. And as you guys can see here, this is actually a C-link. I think this was one of the first times that Coach also put a C-link in a chain. You see this a lot more often now with some of the newer models that Coach has been coming out recently, but this was definitely one of the first times. And this was also the first time that I ever saw like a bow. I don't know if they do that often now, but this was definitely so cute. I loved it. This part is fatter, like the chain hoop is larger, and this part is skinnier. So I really like this combination. I think adding a bit of black is a great accent and just kind of makes this bag look super expensive. I mean, it was super expensive, but at least it looks expensive. Yeah, so strap is leather. You've got a buckle here so you can obviously adjust it, and yeah, nothing else to say about the strap. So now that we've gone over kind of the basics and the description of the bag, I want to talk a bit about the utility, and here's where I have a tiny complaint. It's like I don't really like the way it buckles. So obviously this is not an actual like slip where you have to belt it, okay? It's a magnet buckle. And normally I don't have such an issue with magnets. It's just that it doesn't close very well. So let's say you're walking on the street and you need to just kind of grab something out of your bag. It would be ideal that the flap closes once it touches the metal, right? But as you guys can see here, it's open. It doesn't close on its own. Like, you literally have to take it, find the exact slot, and press it close until you hear a click. So if you just let it out like this, see? It doesn't close. So that's kind of my only complaint, is that if you're not careful, you're going to end up walking down the street and your purse is open. You know, like, that's kind of a tiny issue for me. You just have to be extra careful that every time you close your purse, you take it and find it and snap it. Snap it into place. So that is a tiny bit of an issue. However, I will sacrifice the utility for the look because I genuinely love this bag so much. That's something that you have to decide. I know some women would prefer like the utility first and then looks after, but I definitely, like, I bought it for the look, and I'm here for the look, I'm here for the color. I will just make it an extra point to be careful and buckle it, but you know what? I will do it. It's fine. I still love the bag. The next thing I want to talk about is also personal preference. So I usually wear my bags like on my inner elbow, like I like to hold it like this, or wear it on my shoulder, but make the strap super small so that the bag is like right here. This one, however, you have to wear it crossbody. You obviously cannot fit this into your arm, so you either wear it crossbody or you hold it like this. I never hold my bags like this. This is not something I do. Even then, it's a really small space. I feel like I don't have a lot of room for my fingers. So this one I wear crossbody, and on occasion I try to make the strap smaller so that I can put it here. I think it would have been great if they had punched holes in both ends so that I could loop the strap all around. But you can always do that at home, right? Like if you have a belt hole puncher, I would recommend you to do that. And that way you get a really sleek look. And that's kind of in style right now, right? It's all the little bags, the little straps. So I do that on occasion. So it's not an issue. It's just if you know yourself and you know that you don't like to wear crossbody and you know you don't like to hold your bags, you know, maybe skip out on this one. You don't have a lot of options here. Okay, so that's just another personal issue. otherwise than that, like besides these 2 points I just mentioned, I absolutely adore this bag. If you're watching this video and you're thinking like, do I buy it? Do I not? The answer is yes, buy it. I don't regret it at all. And if this color isn't for you, because I know this is kind of more on the bold side, buy a neutral color. Like I said, they have a lot of neutrals. They have beechwood, they have black, they have white. Just, I love the style, and you get so much room with the accordion look. It's 1941, so you know you're getting the highest quality. It's glove tan, and it's just so cute. So yeah, I don't know how well this review was, because I feel like it was more factual than opinion. But my opinion is just that it's fantastic and you should buy it. And the only problem for me is the buckle, which I know can be a big issue for everyone else, which is why I'm mentioning it. But I will gladly sacrifice the utility of this bag for the look. And that's all I have to say. Okay, so I was originally going to review 2 or 3 bags in one video, but I've decided to make my videos on the shorter side. So if you guys have another bag that you've seen in my collection video that I will post up here. Thank you for 10,000 views, by the way. I really didn't think that was ever going to happen. I think we're at 11,000 now, and I want to say thank you because I didn't know it was going to blow up, and thank you, basically. So if you see like a bag or even an accessory, a shoe, or anything like that that you want me to review, I will gladly put it in a separate video and review it for you. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, now's the time to let me know, because I will be making a Q&A video very soon. So don't be shy, ask me anything you want. And I think that pretty much concludes my video for today. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And take care. I will see you guys all next week. Mwah!